Well, hello.
Woo!
We're back. We're a day late. We're sorry about that, but I guess I had totally forgotten that the Super Bowl was yesterday. And I'm like halfway through the day, I'm like, guys,
the foozy foosball.
yeah. I was like, we probably should, because not only were we watching the football, most of the people that would probably be joining us on the live stream were doing it as well. So yeah, great game. Did you get a chance to watch it?
Yeah, it was good. Close. All the playoffs games this year were really good.
Yeah, some really good games. So just as a reminder to those that are out there watching, if you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you give permission to StreamYard so that we can have access to your name when we're looking at our chat function. It'll just say like anonymous Facebook user, and it'll be great to know who you are. I've got a list over here. Podcasts. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. So Sunday we had a discussion with a bunch of folks talking about points levels. It's a continuation of what we had on the Facebook page last month. Great discussion. There's no right answer, right, Jeremy? I mean, there's no right answer. It's just, what are we playing today?
Exactly.
And then tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Wednesday, Tom Annis teaches us how to play halflings. So real excited about that. It was a great episode to record. Tom is a great guy. He's just so much fun to chat with. So that's pretty cool. And see, let me make sure I turn the comments on here. Make sure. There we go. And then next Sunday we have another chat with the same group of people that talked about points levels, and it touches on a lot of topics. Like we really started off talking about who's going to win. We were at an event, right? We were at a King of Monsters. And we're like, who's going to win? We were talking about those kind of lists and stuff. Yeah, Mark, 500 points. Mark's always got to get that in. Fast and furious and fun. Hey, just a reminder, if you give StreamYard your
we could
access,
say we could know who you are.
That's right. Well, actually, I guess if I wasn't so lazy, I guess I could look over on my left-hand monitor and actually pull up who it is on Facebook.
Look at it.
But I'll let you do that.
Okay, I can be in charge of that.
Yeah. So anyways, the conversation on Sunday is really about lists and whatnot. We end up touching on ogres, and then it really spirals into a discussion on Clash of Kings.
Speaking of Tom Annis and ogres, he was messaging me the other day, and he's like, "These stupid ogres are so BS. They're so good. I'm so tired of losing them."
I would say, and we talk about it in the discussion, there are some really hard counters to ogres still. One of them being horde armies, right? Horde armies are I can kill whatever you put in front of me, but if you've got 10 of them,
there's not enough attack.
There's not enough time, right?
Right? Yeah, not enough turns in the game.
Yeah, and I will stand by this. Goblins are the best army in the game right now because they can do everything. They can play a gun line that shoot you off the table, or they can play I'm going to punch you in the face, because now they have access to lots of, with the formations. Hey, this is Steve, right? Steve's joining us. Awesome! Look at all these great guys. It's different to be a Monday night, right?
Yeah. Get a little different of a crowd.
Exactly. But the Goblins, man, they, like Kyle Poole dismantled me in the last round. I honestly didn't have an answer because he had so much chaff. The only answer I really had was not to play. Right? Like not to engage him. But then depending on the scenario, if you don't engage him, well, then you're already losing. So it doesn't
they just remind me of the whole like second, third edition, a different army, but sort of the dialogue around narrative around undead being there's just so much of it in the list that's good that the army itself is just so good because you can play it in so many, they have so many different kind of ways you can go. So yeah, I think goblins definitely are in top 5, right, of armies.
For sure.
Top 3.
No, for sure. And we talk about this. My personal opinion, I've got goblins, undead, and forces of nature are my top 3. But ogres are certainly in the top 5, right?
Yeah.
The problem is the ogres do have some significant lists that now the wrinkle here is the new list that Zettelmeyer's been playing, which is
all the warrior regiments, with right?
9 warrior regiments and 9 characters. 9 warlocks.
And I heard he's just been wrecking face with that list.
Well,
is what I'm hearing.
We had a guy take it to our one day or something similar, and I don't know. It's, to me, it feels like a glass hammer because if once you get into it, there's not enough nerve there to really hold up. But I don't know. We need more data. Need data.
Yeah. And it's always one of those things we talk about in Kings all the time, right? You can take the list of a great player, but it doesn't de facto mean you're going to do great with it. You
Yeah.
still gotta know how it functions.
So to answer this question, yes, I will definitely 100% be at Lone Wolf.
Yeah, that's Nick Brooks asking us.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I will be there as well. We have some people coming. I know Dan King is coming over from England.
King has returned.
Yeah.
Ironic timing, right? Like with the new Amazon trailer dropping last night.
I feel like in many ways this Lone Wolf, I think, granted, we're still going to be discovering what our new normal is, but to me, it feels like the first really big event. Like that first really, hopefully even by then, numbers and everything's getting better. And I'm wondering if that's going to be really our outside of Masters, like our big public open, big tournament. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really had a big event since. Well, this is the first big event since we've gotten the book,
Yeah.
and we've gotten some time to actually play it, and so I think this is going to tell us a lot. Who's coming over from the UK? I know Dan King's coming.
I thought maybe there was a couple others, maybe, but it might just be Dan because I know Steve's
as long as Dan shows up, he's enough for all of us, right? I mean, come on.
Yes.
He's a hoot. He's a hoot.
He's enough love and has enough love to give. Enough karaoke action awaiting.
Exactly. Yeah, and podcast wise, after that, we'll have some recordings from. Obviously, you're going to Riddle of Steel. I'm going to Malay at Shiloh, so we'll have some stuff there. Let's jump into. I've got a little list over here. Let's jump in. Hobby. What have you been up to?
Okay, so what I have to finish for Riddle of Steel, I fly down. So today is Monday. I fly down Thursday. So I'm going in a little early. A bunch of the Texas guys and some of the other Pacific Northwest guys. A lot of people are flying in on Thursday. Actually, are going to get settled in Thursday night so that we have an all-day Friday to just hang out and go eat and get into shenanigans. And we're going to play some other games and stuff like that. So for that, I'm pretty much 99%. I'll be finishing in the next hour after we finish this. Mind Screech number 1, and then I got to finish Mind Screech number 2. And then at that point, the rest of the army I'm borrowing. So
let me just say that I'm glad you've made the leap. Like, so people have been giving me shit because I've been running the Siege Breakers. You know what? I don't care. Like at this point, like I had played Kingdom as a Man for so long and got my ass kicked all the time. Yeah. I'm done getting my ass kicked, bro. I'm bringing a beat stick, and if you can beat it, which there's many people that can have, great. Yeah. If you can't beat it, shut up and play better. But like I'm glad to see you joining the club of just like I'm not here to make friends.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that it's like it's not like super cheesy, but it is what's up, Billy? It is like a good it is definitely a list I've now played 15 or 16 times. So and I wanted to play it. This is going to be I played it on UB a bunch, and I played it in person practice games, but this is really is this list competitive for Masters?
Right.
Because this event is we have 22 players, but 92% are Masters players. So it's a small event, but it is that's Nick Brooks probably Forge Fathers, just because the first box of miniatures I ever bought was squats for Rogue Trader 40K. So
Randy, actually, it was probably you with your damn dwarves. Just like beating up on my poor like pikemen. So
what's up, Randy? Yeah. So anyway, so I'm bringing the Twilightkin. I'm borrowing some models. I'm not worried about my paint score because I'm borrowing stuff. So this is 100%. How will this list navigate a field that is that good? And then if it does well, then I'm just like, okay, I know I can balls to the walls, get it painted for Masters. That's really what I want to see is it competitive? Does it keep me in games? Is it still fun to play against? Because I think you can make that list that's really good, but that's also still fun to play against. Like I think ogres, you're still fighting, right? So it's not like it's a hard list, but there are on that paradigm of hard lists of, oh crap, I don't want to play this, and this is still fun to play against, even though I know it's really tough.
I think so. The ogre situation, I think it's fun to play against like the first few times, but after a while, like my partner's my main sparring partner Taylor, he'd probably say I'm tired of playing him, right? Like at this point. He's just like, okay, dude, it's like running my head into a brick wall, 5 times. But yeah,
I like hearing. I've been listening to your guys' episode. I'm still in the beginning of that series of, but you're talking with him about what
Taylor?
it's like.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool. It's cool. I remember it makes me think about like, oh, I remember when I went to my first event. You know what I
You know
mean?
what's
So it's fun.
funny that, and maybe I'm just jaded now, just in my old age.
Probably.
Um, he is so positive, like,
Yeah, he
like
seems like
you
a cool
know,
guy.
he's just super cool, and we love him
Mhm,
to death, and he's just great. He's great to be. He's a great influence.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so Aramis. Well, I mean, honestly, I wish I could say I'm winning lots of tournaments, but you know, depending on the points levels, I don't have a lot of chaff, and
Mhm,
so, and I will say I played an army at King of Monsters that was equally rough, which was Forces of Nature with elementals. Two hordes of two hordes of Earth elementals, the Greater Earth Elemental, backed up by a ton of heal, including the Green
mhm.
Lady, and then he had air elementals to kind of get her on my flanks. So
Yeah, those when those punch in the side, they punch hard. So, but no, I think that's a good list. I think there's a couple lists like that, like you said, the Siege Breakers, the Forces of Nature is really good. A lot of options. You
I
know.
mean, Aramis brings up a good point, right? Like if you're taking 5, well, yeah, because they're better than regular ogres. Now the
Mhm,
flip side is because I'm taking them, if I'm taking 5 of those versus 5 regular ogres, and that's 200 points, right? Which then means, I will say the bane of this list is I don't
mhm,
have a lot of points for magic artifacts, and so
mhm,
if you can dictate the matchup and make me fight on your terms, I'm going in hindered. If you're smart, I'm going in with 1 horde on something, not going in 2.
mhm.
And so the times that the better players have dismantled me, that's what they did. They just
This is like Rob's speech when he dies and goes to list purgatory, and he has to explain why his list should let him get into heaven. He's like, "I swear, it's not that bad of a
well,
list. I got no chaff."
I only went 3 and 2 at the last tournament.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm ready for something different too.
Rob, you
Um,
can't bring a knife to a gunfight. That's the lesson that we've learned, right?
well, that's the lesson.
Whereas,
Yeah.
at
Well,
some point, you got to bring at least a cap gun to a
well, here's the
gunfight.
thing. Here's the thing. Um, I have it in me to bring the gun line. Just go ahead and do it, right? Like bring it. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I gotta paint it.
Yeah.
So this was already easier because this was already painted. So
Mhm.
all right, well
Eh,
we're running we're a little bit behind, but hobby wise, what else is your mind screech number 1, and where's number 3? Is that coming?
Mind Screech number 2, I'm gonna try to get it done by the, end of the week because I'm bringing them both. So one is completely done, and then that's the only stuff that they don't have models for. So, Mind Screech number 2, I only have 2 in my list. Um,
Couldn't agree
let's
more, Paige. Yeah, I mean, at this point,
yeah,
like when you're playing a tournament, bring what you want. I'm never gonna complain about someone bringing something that's rough. I mean, Kyle dismantled me, like
sure.
literally, like took me apart. But he wasn't bringing it to beat me. That was his list, right?
Yeah, I mean, you
It's a hard
gotta
count. It's a hard counter to an elite defense 6 list.
mhm,
So it is what it is. But yeah, good point. So
yeah.
do you have a mind screech number 3 waiting for you
No,
in?
I only have 2 Mind Screeches in my list. So
Oh,
no
okay.
no 3
Your
Mind
stock
see,
is
that's
dropping. Your
yeah,
stock is dropping a little
I
bit.
went I went to the bridge, but I haven't gone too far,
Okay,
right?
all
I'm
right.
still at the bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have 2
So
Mind Screeches, and then
I'm
that's
working
what
on
I'm
some
doing.
stuff as well. In this list for this weekend with with 5 hordes of siege breakers, I made room to take a veteran sergeant with a crossbow. So
Ooh,
basically,
I
all
like
it is.
his helmet. Is that a
Well,
Palace
that's
Guard
the only thing
helmet?
that it's a stock. It's a stock regular shooter with
Yeah.
siege breaker helmet. That's the only thing
Yeah.
different.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
Uh,
dig it.
but then I was like, ooh, I took kit bashing, and I took the base PVC ogre. I took the arms from the Basilean Palace Guard,
Okay.
some brass wire, and I'm like, this is because right now I bought 2 Berserker Bullies, right? And there's 2 Berserker Bullies on my list. One of
Mhm,
them's they're both the regular guy, right? But I wanted something that was like a little bit more badass. Hard to say a little bit more badass because that model is totally awesome. But this is
mhm.
what I came up with. So this
Oh,
is
nice.
yeah. So this is basically it's a PVC ogre, PVC
Mhm,
head. It's got the Basilean arms, or the
mhm,
Basilean Palace Guard, brass rod, and then the Siege Breaker hammer. And
mhm,
and he may not jump out to people and go, "Oh, that's a Berserker Bully," but he doesn't have a shield. So I'm trying to simulate. Like, obviously, he's defense 5 or defense 4, right?
yeah. Mhm.
And he's got a big ass hammer, which to me says, "Man, that's crushing 2."
Yeah.
So,
And I
and
mean,
then,
no shield says defense 4 to me. You know what I mean? Without like fully armored. So I think that's a great choice for that.
so yeah, I'm gonna be painting on those. But you know what happened to me today? The weirdest thing. I was walking my dog, and like my neighbor has like this giant pampas grass, like 7, 8 feet tall. And I'm like, I normally like walk around it. I don't know
Mhm.
what inspired me to walk through it, but it poked me right in the eye. And I'm like, ah! So all day I'm like, I gotta paint. Like today is like the one day I had to paint, and I'm like, painting with one eye is very difficult. So,
Mhm.
um, any more hobby on your end?
Yeah, so I've still been working on getting all my basing done. I have my basing done for my gargoyles. I'm building like tall towers. I did some like custom towers. I've been working on that. I got my 3D printed stuff that I'm going to use for my glade stalkers. So I've been cleaning that and working on that, getting that ready. I have my 2 units of butchers are about 70% done. So I don't have any like one thing really done, but I have like a lot of stuff that has work put into it. So I'm at that
Right.
stage where I feel like, man, I haven't really finished anything and it's already February, but I think
Mm-hmm.
I have put in a lot of hours into the project.
Right.
It just hasn't really materialized in any one spot. But the theme is great. I'm working on my custom dice with Chessex. So I have my buddy Jesse. He's working on getting my army image into like a good sort of size and resolution before I send that off to Chessex. Because I always like to do custom dice for my armies.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's working. So no, so I've just been getting a lot of little work here and done here and there, but nothing yet exciting to show for it.
I've got the Croc Dog Wrangler. I've got them all built. I got to paint them, and but I want to get them to the table because I've been kind of theorizing in my head like this could be good. I'm not. It's like one of those things where I think his bark is probably better than his actual bite, but I want to play. I just love
Mhm.
I love the story behind him, right? Like just
Yeah, I haven't really
running
played
through the
against
legs and
it
just
yet.
like
Yeah.
yeah. So I haven't played against him or really seen anybody using him yet. So that'll be coming. Let's jump over and talk about tournaments. We got a lot coming on here in
Okay.
Memphis. March 12th, we got our next one day is 2,300 points. And then this weekend, right? You've got Riddle of Steel. I've got Malaya Shiloh. Mine's in Fayetteville, Arkansas, 2,300 points.
Uh-huh.
You're in Laguna Niguel?
Yeah, so Laguna Hills,
Laguna Hills.
Southern California.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I have the let me show this real quick.
Yeah. Do you is it your list?
I have the if you just want to pull up, I have the attendees.
Sure,
So
sure.
this is everyone who's going. Let me try to make my screen a little bit bigger. Uh okay, so we have some local guys, Tony Rogers, some Reno
Is he
guys.
still out there? I thought he moved to Texas.
Yeah, no, he's in Texas, so he's coming for the event.
Okay, all right.
Um, we have some Reno guys, Blake. We have Dan,
I got the birthday
Big
boy,
Dan.
Garrett.
Yeah, Big Dan Wright, Garrett, and Ryan Munsell are coming from Pacific Northwest.
Nice.
Jeffrey Swan's coming in from, and Todd are coming in from Texas. Ryan Smith is also coming, and Mark Cox is coming. So we have like the whole Beer Phase podcast is coming. Yeah, so we have a really great list.
Awesome.
The master himself, Keith Conroy, is coming.
Really?
Yeah, Keith is coming, which is going to be great. So yeah, man, it's a very stacked
It's
list.
gonna be interesting to see. Somebody. Let me pull this up. Someone mentioned herd armies earlier. There was a couple at an event that somebody attended this past weekend. I'm just curious now. Herd armies. I wonder, is Keith bringing herd or is he bringing something different?
He is bringing the herd. So I don't
Okay.
know list wise, but he's signed up. He signed up to
Interesting.
bring the herd. Jeff is going to be playing. He's having Scott make him a list of Scott's Abyssal Dwarves.
Okay.
So Garrett's bringing Forces of Nature, which is interesting. I haven't
Powerful
really
list,
seen.
man. Powerful
Yeah.
list, dude. There's a lot of. So I think what makes an army powerful is its ability to do many different facets,
Mhm.
right? The fact that it can do the defense 6 grind, it can do the real fast flying circus kind of. I mean, there's just so many ways you can build an army. I think that makes it very powerful because then you can also mix it up in between that.
Mhm.
Have a little
Yeah,
fly, have a
Ryan
little
Russell's
heal.
bringing his salamanders. He's really well
When's
known.
he gonna get a new army, man? Come
Yeah, I
on,
know.
dude. You've been playing that for like 5 years.
He's bringing.
Come on.
We have a couple of Order of the Green Lady players.
It's a pretty army though. It's a pretty army. I jest.
I played yesterday morning against Kyle Timberlake's bringing his infantry dwarves, but he's made a couple of changes on it. He's
No
got
cannons.
no, only 2 cannons this time,
Okay,
and he has
okay.
a couple of stone priests with the Radiance of Life, plus one has bark skin.
Interesting.
And then he's got the special character.
What's he
Steel
going to use the
Behemoth.
bark skin on? I would think
He's got a horde of shield breakers.
Okay, there you go.
So
So I'm
the
just thinking in my
idea
head,
is
like
that-
it'd be hard to do it on defense 5 and 6, but
Yeah. So the idea is that just helps,
sure.
protect that unit a little bit. But the special character, what is it? Faber Ironheart. The Juggernaut, the special character Juggernaut is a total boss. So it's going to be really interesting to see sort of what rises to the surface list wise, and then I'll be bringing my Twilightkin, and
Hey, the Spy Master showed up, or maybe he may have been here all the time, and just it'll be interesting to see what Eric does. Eric always does really crazy stuff with lists.
Oh yeah, that's that secret chat cave. Are always thinking up nasty ideas.
I love his. Oh my! I could just. Oh my! I need to have George Takei.
Oh my!
So King of Memphis is filling up pretty fast. So for those of you that want to attend, make sure you get in there in the next, probably the next couple weeks. We're filling up pretty good. Which is
and what
awesome.
are the dates again for that? That's
June 25th
summer, right?
and 26th here in Memphis.
Super excited.
It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a lot of great players coming. It's going to be probably the most interesting mix of players that we've had in a long time. We're going to have some old Warhammer guard that haven't really come to very many Kings of War events. But they're cool guys, right? And then we'll have some of the traditional Kings of War, smash them up kind of guys coming. So it'll be a nice mix of players. And we're trying, Brian Berger is too cool to listen to this, but I'm really working on him. I'm trying.
Oh, you trying to? I was out, and then they pulled me back in.
I'm trying, but we'll see.
No.
I'll admit, it'll be a great accomplishment if I can acquire Brian.
Yeah, there's a couple more new players by me. Shout out to Sonny and the guys over in Redwood City area. So we ran into them one year at a Bay of Kings. They're Age of Sigmar players, and they had been watching us. And then there's been like a 3-year lag, and now they're playing Kings of War, which is great. And
what made? Did you find out what made them make the jump?
I think they just wanted to try it and try something different, and they had been hearing some positive buzz about it. And the fact that you can just get empty bases and put your AOS miniatures on it. And then what I always say about Kings, once you get 2 or 3 games in, then you're like, oh, I get it.
You start to see like the mechanics. They're like, ooh, this and you're like, this and this.
I get why people love this game. So I'm getting ready. I'm going to head down there post Riddle for a gaming weekend with those guys. To try to help getting some more guys within driving distance of me. But I know they've been catching up on some of our podcast episodes, which has been cool to hear them enjoying those. So
awesome.
Yeah.
It's interesting you say that because the last few times I've been going into the store, I've met someone new. Like I walked in last Wednesday and this guy was buying a Mega Army and like 2 or 3 other boxes of Ratkin. And I hadn't met him before. And I'm like, hey, nice to meet you, blah, 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 blah. Like, hey, I play Kings too. And, so what I think that's a good example of, or a good sign that our scene's growing to the point where it's not just me, right? Like somebody else is giving demos. Someone else is stepping up and making sure that, we're growing. So, and, we had 14 for our last one day. And here's the thing. That's
really good. Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. It was like the weekend after a 2-day event. So like 7 or 8 of us went to. So March 12th, are we going to get 20? I don't know. Maybe. It's going to be, going to be interesting to see how, it plays out. But let's do this. Is there anything else tournament wise you wanted to mention?
No, just, that's the main thing next for us is Riddle of Steel. And then we go into March, April, and then we're at Lone Wolf, right? So
yeah, for me it's we got Malaya Shiloh in February. March I'll just do some 1 days pretty much. April we got Lone Wolf. May we got Blue Cedar Brawl here in town. June we got the Kings of Memphis, and
Mhm.
then July. Well, and also I'm still trying to make. I would still like to make Bug Eater this year again. I haven't been to Bug
Mhm.
Eater in a while. Bug Eater's at the beginning of June, so I'm trying to make that happen. And then it's about 10 hours from here, and then July is obviously Masters, right?
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
August is TNT, and yeah, so it's
I
just
mean, yeah, we're
awesome.
gonna be in the big summer. I mean, it kind of the scene heats up once we get into spring, you know, and then from spring to summer, it's like there's events happening all freaking all the time, you know. So
Well, awesome. What I figured we could do tonight, I have been promising we were going to do this, and promising, and so let's actually do it. We did start a little hobby challenge back in January. It's going to run 4 months. You know, in January, it was, hey, show us your regiment or horde, and I like right out of the box how Kyle Poole doesn't show us either one of those things. He shows us a character.
yeah, marching to the beat of his own drum,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. The Dino Lord, I would expect nothing less. But what's interesting about this, I don't know if you can pick this up, but it looks like he did some zenithal highlighting here, maybe with an airbrush.
Yeah.
Because I can see some gradation, some black. So this must have
Mhm.
been white or gray up top. So
Yeah.
it's coming along. I've seen these models like last week, and they've got
Mhm.
a lot more paint on them now than they did
What?
then.
I'm not familiar with that. What company is
I,
that?
is it GW?
Oh,
Put it in the chat. I
that's not
maybe
familiar to me, but
or
it's
maybe
cool.
yeah,
Cool looking
it's
model.
very cool looking model. So I
Faux
figured we would just kind
show.
of walk through some of
Sure.
these really great and we'll make fun where fun is, you know,
Mhm.
this is his entry, but to me it looks like a bunch of unpainted miniatures.
Is this Alex's?
This is Alex.
Okay.
Much like the Kingdoms of Men army review.
Let's just move on. I don't even want to waste any time on this.
Okay. Fair point. Fair point. Fair point. I mean he you know. All right, so
Mhm. Oh, that looks
looks like
promising.
Felix is making some progress. I know Felix has been painting some halflings, right?
Oh yeah, he's been knee deep into the those are
Mhm.
his like 137th halfling
Oh
lot
my
that he
gosh.
painted.
That's crazy.
He can fill the entire army, all the halflings.
Wow, these are looking great.
Oh wow,
This
those
is
are
from Sean
look at
Soren. Yeah, these are really great. Now, what range is
the
that?
red
Is
on
that
those feathers.
what is that range? Do you know? Is that 3D
Is that
prints or is it?
looks kind of Titan Forge esque to me?
Yeah, I just
Maybe
don't
I'm
know if
not
it's
sure.
3D printed because you have the same model. You look like there's only two sculpts, so or three
Yeah,
sculpts.
or resin cast. I'm not sure, but looking good. I love the red on the feathers on that guy on the front left. It looks like is the one that's probably the most painted at this point.
We always have an Alex apologist in the group. Don't
Mhm,
apologize for Alex. He's Canadian.
mhm.
Yes, he's converting. He's been converting for 9 months.
Well, and the sculpting that he's been doing on to make his own saddles, that does take a lot of time, and it is looking. We give him crap, but it's looking fantastic. So,
Yeah. Let's keep scrolling through here. What do we got here? John Blakemore, who I did not play at the one day, but I played his son Jackson.
uh-huh.
Uh, it looks like Oathmark.
Yeah,
And it looks
okay.
like he's got some Armada in the background.
Ooh, I love the water bases on that dwarf
Yeah.
fleet. It's looking good.
What'd you do for yours? I just went with the pre-resin ones. I was like, yep.
I got the pre-resin ones, but I built up with like the gel and the foam and did the whole shebang.
And this guy obviously likes Stool a lot.
Which are they're amazing. What's not to love?
Yeah.
Looks like he's got some airbrush action going on too.
You know, that's something I need to learn at some point. I
Yeah,
don't know about you,
me
but
too.
I really need to
I
learn
just
that.
don't have I keep telling myself I don't have the space to do it. Ooh, old school. I love these guys.
These are from Billy, obviously. These are
Oh,
his.
okay. Is this his old school army? Because I know he's
Yep.
got
Yep.
11,000 dwarf armies.
Yeah, these are the old school, like 4th, 5th edition
Hammers.
miners.
The
Well,
miners.
I don't know what they are in his list. Probably,
But
they're
I think
probably
they're
shield
miners, right?
breakers, right?
Mhm. Well, he's watching still. Maybe he could tell us
Maybe
what they are.
he'll chime in. Well, yeah. Okay. Oh, and by the way, Billy did respond. Those are GW Trogoths, which are what Kyle's painting.
Okay. Cool.
Now that Kyle's got a big boy job, he can afford those GW prices.
He can buy models now.
That's right. He doesn't just buy dinosaurs anymore.
That's so funny.
Yep. And then so I think he's agreeing that those are shield breakers.
Okay, looking good, Billy.
Yep. Very awesome, as always.
Yeah, I love the candles.
Ryan Munsell. We'll click on his picture here. These are some 3D prints that he had picked up. I like it. They're very cool.
So he is working on like a Redwall mouse I don't know if you ever read those books,
I have.
Redwall, and so
Mhm.
he's working on an army of like owls and mice, and like it's really coming along really cool. But he's doing like a Critters of the Forest theme army, and it's coming out
Very
really
cool.
neat. Yeah,
Very cool.
he's a great hobbyist.
Let's see what we got here. Drew Gaddy from the southeast got elves.
Oh, I dig it.
Yeah. Looks like
Nice
he's got a
work,
lot.
nice cherry blossoms. I love the elf sort of
I don't know, man. Is
Japanese
that
aesthetic.
is that 10?
2,
10
4,
models on
6.
a regiment base? No, I'm just busting your.
Boo.
Oh, come on, Drew. You can do better.
You can do it.
You can do it. Maybe he's got some guys behind the wall.
Uh-huh. Don't pull a Jeremy and put like other models from other units at the last
And then pull 3 pre-painted Aloha to fill in a spear horde.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
We got RG Allen. Look like he's painting some Ratkin, which is
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Ratkin goblins. I think you do those in muted tones. I think you can knock them out fairly quickly.
Probably faster than what you would think, right?
And then
Those guys are sweet.
Regiment of Butchers. That's going to be a really cool looking.
Oh, Geldy. Yeah, that will look cool.
Yeah. Matt's not here. Matt Crozier's not here to make fun of him.
Give him crap.
That's more of a pirate than brother than us.
Yeah. Arg.
Arr. Ben Stoddard, a man after my own heart. Cannon.
Cool.
Why is it? So he's got an empty base becoming a regiment of goblin rabble. So it looks like they're overrunning a cannon. Maybe that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
is that an old Empire cannon?
Yes.
I almost feel like that's like, oh man, such a nice model.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got Visible Riley. What? I'm not sure what these guys are. These are those what are they called? From
Zinch. Yeah, Screamers, I think.
Screamers, you're right. Yeah.
I don't know what is this for Dead Zone? I'm not sure. I think he was maybe working on. Maybe that's some like
maybe it's a commission.
Zone. Yeah.
Travis Cook's got some hellhounds there. Pretty sweet.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So these are the mastiffs, right? From the Abyssal Dwarf.
The evil mastiffs.
Yeah. The mutated mastiffs.
Mutated mastiffs.
Mm-hmm.
Dig it.
Let's see what we got here. Happy to take part. Here's Bassoon Halfling Spear Horror. Okay, Sebastian's working on. Sebastian's been he's posted lots of pictures. He's been pumping out stuff lately.
Look like he's got some assembly line action going, which is good when you're trying to paint any model.
I just can't
it's so hard to do.
It's so hard to do it, man. Like I literally am painting like this guy and like one guy at a time. And I'm just like, I don't know.
It's really
all right. Let's jump down to some of my favorite stuff here. Matt G.
Okay,
got some ogres. Painter. Oh yeah,
old school.
This model I think is he Thor? What is his name? He's an old character. What is?
I'm not familiar with that one. For shame.
We're gonna go if Tony Posey was here, he would know. Tony.
Isn't it funny? It's so cool to see how many people still love to go old school when it comes to like model choice.
Yeah, I think he's got some more pictures of these guys too, farther along. So let's just keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
David Fanning, loving it. These are. I'm not sure what sculpt these are. I mean, that looks like a resin print.
That looks like a cyborg bear.
Yeah, does it?
One of the cyborg
I don't know. To me, it looks like a resin print, but I'm not sure what these are. Anybody?
Yeah, those are neat. As sort of like a scouting. Elf.
Must be Sylvankin, maybe.
Yeah.
Here's the finished unit from Billy, looking awesome.
Oh, nice. Yeah, looking good.
I'm waiting for him to have a unit where there's actually like the mine shaft, and like the one dude's crawling out. That's
I want to see gems with interior LED lighting to make them look like they're sparkling.
Artisan Guild of Amazons are what we were just looking at.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, very cool.
Let's see. Let's keep this train rolling here. What do we got? 2 regiments of Shadowhounds on the way.
Nice.
It almost looks like he speckled it, which is cool. With like you take a brush with like I'm sure you've done that like for Starfield and stuff.
Yeah.
Flick it. It looks like it's been flicked, which is really cool. Nice effect. Yeah. Sebastian working on his halflings again. Oh, here we go. Jeff Shook in whites.
Oh, look at that! I love that. that Sin City-esque sort of like desaturated red.
All no color except for the spots red.
Yeah, very cool.
And look at that. He's got 5 models on the base,
Mm-hmm.
which is always a bonus.
Yeah.
And a tree.
Now I'm pretty
I
sure
see Michael.
are those Mersha? I think those are Mersha.
Maybe. Michael Wayne's comment. Shilkin looking pretty fly for a white guy. You know what, Michael? I am going to beat the piss out of you this weekend. just for that comment.
You will face the wrath.
I'm looking forward to it, though. We haven't played in a long time. Michael's one of my favorite people, so really looking forward to it. Oh, and then Billy's picked up the orcs again, but now he's doing Rift Orcs or Rift Forge Orcs. So loving the shield work on those guys.
Well, they would be the most metal of orcs, I would think. The Rift Forge Orcs.
Yeah, for sure.
They would metal harder than regular orcs.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Because they bring the lightning.
I was gonna do something, but I'm like, no.
I dig it.
I dig it. Can you dig it? Why? Let me ask you this: what did you think of the Rock's preamble before the Super Bowl last night? I don't know. He kind of dressed like his clothes were very disconcerting. He kind of looked like a cranberry. I don't know.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
We got some Abyssal Golems coming along over here.
Nice.
I have faced plenty of those. We got two guys that play them a lot. 2 of my regular opponents.
Classic Mantic model. They're Abyssal Golems.
And what I like about them is they're actually very easy to paint. Because there's not a lot of detail, but there's enough detail that's dry brushable.
And they have those empty stomachs if you want to put like a little lava action or whatever.
Oh, look at these. These are coming along nice now.
Oh, wow. Yes, really good.
Looking really I like the tree in the background.
I wonder if they're
this is something that I wish more people would do because that's part of the reason why I did what I did with my Kingdoms of Men, because you've got something to grab onto other than the models, right? Give yourself a handle, right? Like give yourself something to pick it up with. And the tree's a lot more resilient than picking them up by resin models. Let's see, we got William Thompson look like is he doing 15 millimeter? Okay, yeah. I was like, these gotta be 15 millimeter. Yep, they are 15 millimeter. Regiment of Silver Breeze. That's something we got to get you a game of. It was on point. Is a small scale Kings of War.
I know, man. I gotta play when I come out for Kings of Memphis. We got to get
absolutely
a game in with 15 millimeter.
So here we go. We got some more. Okay, so it looks like he's using 3 regiments of Soul Flayers.
Oh, 1 regiment of Riley again, right? Okay, so this is his Night Stalkers.
Okay, interesting use. A lot of weird looking models, which is cool.
I like his desert tones, though. You don't see that a lot for like a Night
Got some reds and some oranges.
Yeah, some creams.
There's the what's it called? Tony, the painting clinic? No, what's it? The painting doctor?
Dr. Faust?
He did a Dark Elf army maybe like 20 years ago.
Yes, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was such the basing harkens back to that to me.
Yeah.
But his was the models themselves were like purple, which is a really nice it actually kind of worked well with the desert theme.
Purple and cream and purple and tan or ivory all go. That's like a nice color combination.
Exactly. That's a guy we got to get on. I need to reach out to him. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Yeah, man, I love a lot of his videos.
Got a half regiment of Rifties. Oh, maybe that's the new name. We're gonna call them Rifties. Rifties. That sounds like a candy, though.
I like the shields. Those are killer.
Absolutely. I like they're all individual too, right?
Yeah.
Which is the best part.
Yeah, it's not the same angle on the face. Each one is a little different.
Well, that's cool though, because number one, it means you don't have to replicate it exactly every single time. Right. And number two, you can have a lot of originality.
Tons of visual interest on those guys.
Oh, I like the commentary. Yeah. Okay, these guys are coming along.
Okay, so we saw that a little. This was what we saw earlier, but a little bit further along. Yeah, dig it. Love those colors.
Yep, looking great. Looking great. I've been running around the house telling my daughter, You're a wizard, Harry. Just just bothering the crap out of her. You ever do that?
Dad, come on, Dad.
You're a wizard, Harry. Like at weird times she's sleeping. You're a wizard, Harry.
Uh-huh.
But
I'm always doing that John Travolta for Welcome Back, Kotter. Where it's so weird. It's so weird.
Oh, funny you said that. I actually was watching an episode of Welcome Back, Kotter today.
Mr. Kotter.
Mr. Kotter.
Mr. Kotter.
Obviously, there's only Mark would be able to get it.
Yeah, there's like one viewer who like knows what the hell.
Now this is interesting.
Old guys are talking base.
Man, if you could pull that off, actually putting a living cactus on a base, I'm loving it. That'd be pretty awesome.
Wow. Yeah. You have to water your miniatures like once a year. A little water.
Yeah. Hey man, it's the next big thing.
Uh-huh.
So these are cool massive packs. I'm digging it.
Yeah, for sure. Nice, rich, deep red.
Oh, someone's got the boomers. Or right now it's a horde of one. Oh wait, and he's got boomers done over here.
Mm-hmm.
This okay, looking good. I still I kind of like it past the boomers. I don't know. I just like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
When you got the boomer sergeants and you got the veteran sergeant with crossbow, I'm sure I'm missing something.
Yeah, well, I mean, they take the space up of siege breakers,
and they cost almost the points.
Oh, the points go to.
Oh, here we go. Travis Cook, Lesser Obsidian Golems, looking great. I love it.
Sweet.
I like the fact too that if you look, you've got guys that obviously are coming out of, some kind of Hellforge, but like the basing doesn't say that. The basing says like, hey, we've traveled to
it's
fight
not
some
just
elves
like,
or something.
It's even though lava looks great, right? It's not the usual lava base.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more of an interesting, take. So nice.
Well,
job,
it makes it more. I think if you paint lava bases, 99% times out of 100, it's not going to match the table it's on. Whereas this stuff is generic enough that it probably fits on most tables, right?
Yeah,
and maybe that's the same. Maybe that's the same style basing he's got for other armies.
Mm-hmm.
So either way, love it. It's great.
Yeah, coming along good.
Oh, now this one, these are some of the pictures. I mean, come on, dude. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that looks killer.
Now, I do wonder, why did he base them individually? Maybe he's playing something else with it.
But it's weird because there's not a lot of square-based skirmish games. So that is kind of an interesting choice on unless he just likes. I mean, again, it's do what you love. It's your hobby. So maybe
it works.
You just dig it on that square bases. But
yeah.
I love his backdrop. That is really cool. For his model picture, he has that backdrop in the back.
Randy Rifty's shockingly good chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. All right, let's keep this train rolling. Here's another picture of the same, but this is obviously without the backdrop. The backdrop makes it a million times more awesome.
I know, man.
The bale of hay in the back, the bale back here is pretty awesome as well.
Yeah, that is.
And I don't know if this is this must be some kind of resin kit or something, or plastic kit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like MDF, does it? It looks like some sort of like you said, plastic or.
Well, and just you could scratch build that, but why if you could find something?
Dude, I have
a big proponent of easy, right? If you can find something pre-done and get you half of the way there, go with it.
I have all these old like armor cast terrain kits when they had like that yellow resin that was the really bad resin.
I still have a paint. So back in the day, like I was not a prolific painter, or I'm still not a prolific painter, but like really long time ago, I had other people paint like my terrain and stuff. And I have a river armor cast river, but it's only like this bad. It's like this wide.
Yes.
It's like 2 inches wide or something. It's just
oh god, brings me back.
I have, God help me, I've got a bunch of 40K armor cast terrain. Like I've got trenches and sandbag installments and concrete bunkers. Awesome looking. I love Billy's eyes too. They're very subtle. They're just basically just like a glowing eye socket, which is cool.
And it's a unique orc skin color. I like when you see skin colors for races that are not just the normal default skin color. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so this is I was using him as a second bully, but he's okay. But I think this guy's going to be a better bully.
No,
because this guy.
I still love your ogre paint scheme though.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, once you find something that works and you enjoy painting, it's hard to get away from it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, look, we have another bully. or another paymaster. Ooh, I'm liking the skin tone here. The purple.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is nice. It looks like maybe is there like a white stripe down the middle, or is that
Maybe
just
like Braveheart
reflection?
style.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that has some like face paint. I just can't
Very-
tell from if it's the lighting.
Yeah, that's a good question.
No.
Let's see what we got here. Okay, Ryan Smith. Let's go. I know Ryan. We'll skip these because I know Ryan's got pictures at the end,
Okay.
and we've got
And
some
just
more cool pictures.
Thanks to everyone who's participating in this. So a bunch of
It's
great
been great
projects.
stuff. So yeah, here we go. Here's
Mhm.
Matt, much farther along on his.
Oh yeah,
ogre
looking
unit.
great.
Those are those classic metal sculpts. I think.
Mhm.
Do they have a name like? Were these a Dogs of War army unit? Maybe.
Oh! It's like a. They might be actually.
Oh, you know what? They might even be older than that because these are some old sculpts, I think.
Yeah, I mean that looks pretty old school.
But these guys might be. I forget what they're called. They had a. I forget what they were called. Let's see.
A regiment of renown.
Yes, there you go. What are we looking at here? Travis Cook, Black Souls. I'm digging it. What I like about this is that when I first blushed, I thought they were regular dwarves. And I always like it when you subvert my expectations with like painting something a color that you don't traditionally see. So like I'm used to seeing like Abyssal Dwarves painted like dark metals,
And these are more like tarnished brass and
silver,
copper. Yeah,
copper. Yeah. So it's very cool. Big fan. Great job.
looking interesting.
Nick Brooks. We talked about him earlier. Let's take a look. Oh, look at this, man.
Cool.
So this must be the new photo app of the, or this must be the new app of the day because I've seen
A
lots
couple
of people
have used that, right?
Yeah. I love the obelisk again.
It's the perfect handle when you got a pivot.
Handle.
It's just right on the middle.
And if it needs to be, it can be the handle for the hammer, right? You can swing it around and bash people.
Seriously,
You don't see a lot of people painting old school elves from Mantic very often.
No, I can't think of a fully painted. Besides, I know Keith Randall has one for when he plays in Mantic events, but there's not a lot of elf Mantic armies out there in the
Loving the
community.
Thunderseers. Can't wait to see these guys on the table. March
Totally.
12th, I hope. Yep.
Digging them for sure.
Yeah, they're sweet looking models. I'm in one of these positions where I've been painting ogres mainly because I can't figure out what I really want to paint next. I've got a bunch of armies built and I need to paint those, but part of me just wants to paint salamanders, maybe.
Yeah.
And then like I think that, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should paint goblins. Oh, maybe I should paint, XYZ.
It's the eternal question.
It is yes. Randy, I keep telling you, bro, you're one step away from a halfling army, dude. You already got the color scheme down.
Dude, Randy flies under the radar, but his stuff looks so good.
He's and such a colorblind. And colorblind.
Is he colorblind?
He is colorblind. Yep.
Yeah. If you were to ask me to like nominate someone for the nicest guy in Kings of War, Randy would be like Randy, Ray Shields. Like there's a couple guys who like just come up to my
Is he the American Ray Shields?
He might be. I mean, we need to get a game of Randy versus Ray, and it just is going to be like, and Chris Davis from the Northeast. There's this few guys that are just so nice.
Chris Davis from the Northeast. You sure Chris Davis? You think Chris Murphy?
Chris Murphy? Definitely not Chris Davis. No.
You got jokes. You got jokes.
That one was for Tom if he's still in here.
Oh, Tom has far left us behind. I'm digging this. So this is a horde of boomers.
Oh, nice.
But they've got a ramshackle, busted up a couple chariots to make like a little.
I want to see a couple more guys on the base, but looking good.
You're such a Nazi.
Yeah, a little bit more guys. There's
it's true. It's true.
But looking good.
I like how he did this though, where he actually made them removable.
Okay, so he could play as a regiment or a horde.
I guess, yeah. But you bring up a good point. Like, well, he could change this out to something else if he wanted.
Yeah.
I based all my units as regiments.
I do like he has a bunch of like underwater stuff behind in the background though. I'm curious to know what's going on there.
Those aren't Thule. What are those? Those are Thule, right?
Those are Thule. Oh yeah.
That's Zay, right? It's the same guy. Yeah.
We saw his Thule earlier. Yeah. Okay.
Come on, Jeremy.
I gotta get with it. Why am I still on the show?
I don't.
You're fired.
What do we got here? We got some abyssals with Persian lower abyssals.
Ooh, that's kind of a cool theme.
Paige never fails to impress me because like he always like he's creative, dude. Like just the craziest. So I can never expect what I'm gonna. I can never go into it knowing what I'm gonna see from.
And
Paige.
it's interesting to see miniature painters and artists. They develop these sort of like this is definitely a Page color scheme.
Right.
He loves those like pastels and teals and pinks and blues and so it's like interesting to see that love of a color scheme, go from art project to project.
Got a good comment here. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. If you had one guy that was prone, like over the wall, that would
be
make
tight.
that would be pretty awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Good suggestion.
I'm loving looking at this stuff here.
Yeah, there's some
Okay,
great
Scott
stuff.
Bradley, Sylvankin formation in progress.
Okay, awesome.
Are those lightsabers? All right. I mean, I think they're just green swords. Well, you know what? Let me ask him: Is this a crouching tiger, hidden dragon theme? Maybe they had the green sword in that, right? The emerald sword, whatever.
Yeah, I think I've only seen that like one time.
Oh,
My wife is getting home. I'm giving her a hug. She's waving.
awesome. Let's see.
It's me and Rob.
Oh, just you guys?
Yeah.
We got some. Hey! I'm loving the purple. The purple and the gold, or the purple and the bronze, are a nice contrast to each other.
It's just such a classic color scheme, that purple and bronze.
Oh, we got some more Ryan Munsell stuff.
Like oh man, this photo room, man. This is like we got to get on this photo room thing.
I guess, man. I didn't know. Guess.
We're here talking about Welcome Back, Kotter, and all the kids are using.
So he's thinking that they actually uses those boomers as boomer chariots. So that makes more sense now. There's 3 on a base, right? And the boomers, the chariots have been destroyed.
Interesting. So they're like fighting on the ruins after, like, straight up the Ben-Hur, the chariot's been destroyed, and now they're fighting.
That's interesting. I like it.
Very cool.
I'm a big fan. So I'm going to say this. I have an idea for Kings of Memphis, and you can tell me that's crazy, but I'm thinking there's a game we play. It's called like Charioteer. It's made by Matt Leacock or designed by Matt. It's a chariot racing game. I want to build a 28mm Coliseum or a big thing, and actually have a chariot racing / battle game set in Panathor. But make the rules simple so that it's really about just painting a cool chariot and showing up, right? Not about like I'm tactically the best, So I'm working on I'm working on that idea. It's percolating in my head. Yeah, this is great. I'm going to take that, Jeremy, that you didn't like my idea, so we'll move on.
No, very cool. Very cool. Very cool.
I'm digging it, dude. Like I said, I'm digging it.
Yeah, looking good, Paige.
Let's see what else we got. We got this is looking like another Matt G, so you know you'll like this.
Oh yeah.
Totally awesome.
That guy's a good painter.
I don't know what range this is. Maybe this is
I don't know either, but I like it. Whatever it is, I like.
He's carrying like the end, he's got a hook in this thing, like he's cut off a tentacle. Definitely fighting the Kraken.
Yeah.
Right.
Very cool.
Fighting the Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
We got Sebastian working on a saucer.
Yeah.
Wednesday you'll find out why. Here's what's interesting. This is a little bit of a foreshadow, but Tom doesn't use saucers very much.
Mm-hmm.
Because he doesn't really use doesn't use a lot of the cavalry, which I thought was interesting. Rift forged.
Oh, geez.
Looking pretty tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Shockingly good chocolate.
Rifties.
Rifties
does it. Like we need like the Mentos commercial, but for
yeah. And look, we even have our own guy contributing. Look at this. Now, I do have a question. Are they jumping out of the water?
I think that's the idea, right? They're like hopping, like they're
those are carp, right? And then those are tidal swarms, I'm assuming?
Well, this is for his. I think he's running it as either elves or Bessalion. So it looks like cavalry troops. Gur Panthers, maybe? Gur Panthers, maybe?
He's not here to defend himself. We can zoom in a little bit, see. Yeah, I guess that could be a 125 by 50, sure.
And looking at these bases, my suggestion would be I think their looks amazing, but I would paint the rocks.
Oh, here comes the Jake Chirapika shit sandwich. You got the compliment, and the criticism in the middle.
I found when you have stuff on a base that's painted and then you have stuff on a base that's not painted, they stand out a little bit. So I think I would paint the rocks, Matt. But I mean, it's looking fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but I think I would paint them.
Awesome. This looks great, Matt.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this army in person.
Michael Smith, Horde of Ogre Braves for January. Looking great. These are fantastic.
Oh wow! We've been talking about pastel, bright color schemes. This is a great color scheme. Yeah, super popping. Mm-hmm.
He's got another picture of him too. I think from a little bit of a different angle. Love it.
Looking fantastic.
Yeah. No, that's a build I haven't really tried yet, which is the Braves. I tried it back in second edition. I would run like the one legendary version of the Braves, but maybe that could be something. The problem is they hit on 4s, and I don't know about you, but I just hate hitting on 4s.
That's not as fun when you're hitting on 3s. That's for sure. You're like peasants hitting on 4s.
Oh my gosh! Wow, you're looking fantastic.
So we've seen
the
this
purple and the blue look great.
We've seen this in stages, right? As we've been looking, and now a little bit. I love the basing. Fantastic.
Really great.
All of that. Florian was doing those underwater basing and stuff for a while, a couple years ago. Very cool.
You know, maybe that's what I should paint is the freaking abyssals.
Your underwater abyssals?
They're all built. Like the basing is all done. And I'm like,
that will happen when I have my Bretonian army. So
you know what? Challenge accepted. That's going to be my next army now.
No, I really want to.
I'm going to beat you.
Yeah, I really want to do an all-night halfling army, but painted to look like Bretonia. So like a Bretonia-themed halfling army with Mantic models, and use all the Jugger helmets, so they're all like the fancy knights. But that's neither here nor there. Looking good.
Got some more paint on the saucer. I'm
okay. Yeah.
Got some food stuff coming out. I like it.
Dig it.
And then Ogre's done.
Oh man, it's been so great to see like the progress, right? We've seen a bunch of the same projects.
These are Hank's ogres. Interesting.
Yep. The dulcet tones.
So we got Travis Cook managed to finish his regiment. Looking good.
Oh,
I think these are Black Souls.
Yeah, double. So you can use them as a regiment or put them together for a horde.
Yep.
Smart.
That's smart, man. And I tell anybody that's just getting in the game, really think about your base sizes.
Yeah.
Before you just start slapping models down.
Smart.
I mean, if you're never going to use a troop, or that they don't come in a troop, then that's fine. But at least consider it. What is the smallest common denominator that you're going to use, and maybe base it around that. Oh, it looks great how it kind of goes together.
Yeah, a big fan of that.
Yeah.
The people who they make a display board out of all their units, essentially. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to carry one around. It's built into the bases.
Yeah, definitely like it.
And then we see this is I actually finished the dang thing this time. Good for him. Glad
way to go, Sean.
Yeah. And then so I mentioned we didn't really look at the work in progress pictures, but yeah, Ryan, as always, does a great job.
Oh, that guy is like on another level.
Pisses me off.
Yeah, I know, doesn't it?
It pisses me off.
Beautiful work. Yeah, his OSL is just crazy good.
Yeah.
Oh man, just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Got a banner. I like that. Yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah, like it.
Ben Stoddard, back. These are the.
Okay. That's that cannon base we saw earlier.
Yeah, and these are the. What is that range? They're not GW, and they're not Mantic. They're the Shield Wolf miniatures.
They do. Shield Wolf does have these kind of foresty goblins.
Yeah, those are the forest goblins from them. I'm digging it. They're cool.
Yeah,
and I'm liking the pastel, almost yellowish green here. That's cool. Let's see what we got here. Michael Smith. Oh man, wow, that's looking fantastic. So he's got his
yeah.
Berserker Braves in the back. I'm assuming these are the Fleabag Riders, a giant.
Yeah, that giant's killer, man.
Let's take a look. Oh wow, that's fantastic.
I love that battering ram.
Oh, that is really nice.
That is dope, man.
Yeah. There's something to be said with coming to the table with a sculpt or a model that no one's ever seen before.
Yeah, I've never seen this before either. Yeah.
And then what do we got? I'm not sure. This must be a Warlock, is my guess.
Yeah, it's got to be a Warlock. That's like the Warlocks in Warcraft. Sometimes the ogres have two heads.
Loving
I dig it.
Fleabag Riders, digging those as well. They almost look like Moria goblins, like their cloaks are all spiky bit. That's pretty cool. Let's see if there's anything else down here. Looking fantastic, dude. Well, just about time. Let's see what else. That timing wise, we hit. That's it, man.
I thought I saw. Did Brinton show his unit of ogre?
I think he posted in February because he
posted in February.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll get to it. But yeah, fantastic looking stuff. But
yeah, his army he's working on right now is crazy. But
well,
thanks
awesome,
so
dude.
much, everyone, for posting.
Thank you very much for participating in that.
Yeah, keep posting it.
Yeah, Billy said Ryan sit down. The reality is that like there's probably other people that can get to that same result, but it takes. I mean, I know for me personally, it would take me years to do that. Like it just, I'm not fast. And he just like shits it out.
Yeah, and in his whole project, everything goes together. I mean, just as like he shows like what the army painter can do when like him or Billy or someone's painting an army. They're army painters, but their stuff's so good,
Exactly. Well, guys, again, thanks for contributing to that. Please post in our other thread. That's been posted. It's in the notification. What do they call it? Featured post or whatever at the top. But it's the February thread, and we're doing heroes, war engines, monsters, or titans. So try that. I'll probably finish one of these guys up for that. But I do have a giant sitting on my table that I want to finish. That's a sculpt that I don't think very few people have seen before from just some random company that we found on the internet. Final thoughts from you, sir?
Ready for Riddle of Steel. Good luck. Travel safe. Everyone going down for that event. I will be playing Mr. Swan in round 1.
You gonna beat him?
Really excited.
You beat him like a red-hot stepchild?
Well, my list. He plays a very passive wait and see play style. And usually my lists have no shooting, and shooting can sometimes be good against that list because if you just sit back and don't do anything, at least I'm doing something.
He doesn't even know what's in his list right now, right? It's going to be Abyssal Golems, right?
Well, I think he made. I think there was some communication with what he made, but
okay.
But no, it will be his own special lava flake. I can't, it's not a snowflake; it's a lava ash flake. His very own.
I think he's saying that's the army we were looking at before with the ogres and the Berserker Braves. Our Titan Forge. That's pretty awesome.
Cool. Yeah. But yeah, no.
Let's not forget this either. We are recording with Jesse and Keith tomorrow night to talk about the Sweaty Gigante Invitational March 5th. So that's coming up. So get that on your radars.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Yep. And I'm guessing, did they have the charity component again?
For
that this year?
Or
no?
I don't know yet. That's fine.
Okay.
I guess I'll find out when I record.
Okay.
But look forward to that. And Billy, yes, that is the place. Where I got my giant from is where we ordered from. You got a really kick-ass troll. I can't wait to see you paint.
Yeah, let us know if you like this Monday night time frame too. I mean, we've been doing Sundays, but I think we would be open to moving it around. If people like certain times better.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Alex and Matt. Well, Matt's got a legitimate excuse.
PC's working. Oh, and he had a brand new baby.
He has a baby, yeah. Alex, he's never going to join us.
It's Valentine's Day. I'm going to go love my wife.
I do that every day, bro. Come on.
Every day is Valentine's Day.
Every day is Valentine's Day at my house. So.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you very soon.
Okay, see you later.